Okay, cause King dropped the Carmelo Anthony cam footage of what happened and what expired when he tried to get away from the three boys that tried to jump him, that was bullying him and tried to jump him. He tried to get away from him. I watched the whole video, and Carmelo was trying to defend himself. He had himself to defend himself. He tried to run, and they ran after him. So in this video, y'all finna see all this. So I'm finna react to this right now. Thank you, Cause King, for getting the full footage of this video. Thank you, because I was waiting on this full footage too. So thank you, Cause King, for getting the full footage of this video. I'm finna watch it out right now. Okay, in this video, Cause King dropped this video of Anthony Camelo. He was defending himself in his body cam footage. His footage shows the whole thing of what happened from the beginning to the end of him defending himself, him running, and they chasing after him when he tried to get away from him. They pulled him back in when he tried to get away from him. He had no choice but to defend himself. He did not deserve to go to jail. I pray that they give him another trial. Another trial. So I pray they give him another trial because in this video it shows that he was trying to defend himself. He had no choice but to defend himself. So I pray they give him another trial because he deserved a fair trial. He deserved a trial of his peers, not just all white people in the trial. He deserved for the white people and black people in the jury, not just white people as juries, and that's it. He deserved for the white juries and black juries. So I hope they give him he get another trial and he get a fair trial. So we finna watch this video right now. This is the full body cam. Thank you, Cause King, for finding this video and for uploading. Thank you. I was waiting on this footage.
Hold on. Somebody should have the video over there. Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there, bro. Dispatch 443. I got the suspects. And they're currently treating convict against John North in the stadium. Alright. Anyways, on you like that.
Alright, what's up with it, y'all? Look, man, I'm back again with another video right now. Y'all excuse my signal and my audio for right now. But basically, this is the longer awaited Carmelo Anthony video footage. It has been released. Now, I requested some videos myself personally and have been denied. So when people say that they have been trying to get other videos and they can't get it, they're not lying. I've tried myself personally and they denied it. And basically, today they have released the body cam footage. They have released some of the incident.
He does need to get a fair trial. He deserves Anthony Camelo. He deserves a full trial. He deserves a full trial. He did not deserve to go to jail. He defended himself.
But y'all just hit the like button, comment, let me know that y'all really want the content, and I got you. And also, I got this bonus.
He deserved a full trial. He did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. He deserved a full trial. Wait, I'm not doing so. Because the value is,
once you leave me, it's yours right now. I got the title and the keys. So
I'm not to record it though with me because my volume wasn't up. I'm recording it so I can upload it to my YouTube channel. Just 1 second. Because the volume wasn't up. Let's record it again. Now in this video, Anthony Commando was defending himself. He did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. I pray that they give him a fair trial of his peers, not just all white people as jury, but he need white people in the jury, and he need black people in the jury as well. So I pray that they give him give him another trial, another fair trial, because he did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. He had no somewhere to defend himself. They sit there, and when he tried to run, they sit there and ran after him, and then they sit up there and confronted him, and they stood in front of him when he tried to leave. They wouldn't let him leave, and they wouldn't let him leave whatsoever. So he had no choice but to defend himself. So he did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. So I pray that he get a fair trial, or he get let go, because he did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. He had no choice but to defend himself. What y'all gonna see in this video right here. It calls King. Thank you for finding this video and uploading, because I was waiting on the footage of this video. Thank you for finding this video. So here we go.
Hold on. If somebody is shooting, there's video over there. Don't reach for anything, alright, man? Stop right there, bro. Dispatch 443. I got these suspects. And they're currently treating them, right?
This is the full video of Anthony Commando. This is the full video
Anyway, like that.
of what happened from the beginning.
Alright, what's up with y'all? Look, man, I'm back again with another video right now. Y'all excuse my signal and my audio for right now, but basically this is the long-awaited Carmelo Anthony video footage. It has been released. Now, I requested some videos myself personally and have been denied. So when people say that they have been trying to get the other videos and they can't get it, they're not lying. I've tried myself personally and they denied it. And basically, you know, today they have released.
So this is the full video of Anthony Commando. The full video, beginning to the end.
Incident that took place. It's still kind of grainy, but it's the full, I think, 10 or 11 minute video that I do have for y'all today. So yeah, y'all hit that like button, leave a comment. Y'all want this content. I told y'all I was gonna keep on bringing it to y'all and keep coming out, so I'm gonna keep on doing it. But y'all just hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know that y'all really want the content, and I got you. And also, I got this bonus going on for the sweepstakes. If you want to take a chance at winning this 2026 Chevy Trax, jump down there, click that link, and get you some interest. Still brand new, still in the plastic. Once you leave me, it's yours right out. I got the title in hand and keys in hand. So, you know, hey, I got the bonus going on for the next couple of days. So, I'll see y'all August 1st, 4 p.m. Texas time. I'm in Dallas, so that'll tell you the time zone. Other than that, I'm not going to get too much into the Carmelo stuff right now, because I'm going to watch the video 15, 20 times myself. So I'm going to let y'all watch it. Y'all tell me what y'all think, and we're going to talk about it, and I'll make a separate video.
And tell me what y'all think in the comment section after we react to this video. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section as well. And if you like my live, subscribe, follow, share, and like. But let me know what y'all think about the video in the comment section. And there they go right here. You're gonna see Commando here, Anthony Commando in a minute. He right here. That's why they're showing this thing right here. He's right here. With a circle it. Now Anthony Commando, he's in here. He's right here, he's here. He's over here in this tent right here. He went from here to over here to this tent right here. He's in this tent over here. So you'll have to keep watching this area right here. Keep an eye on this area right there. Today, firework. Let's keep watching right here. And my thing is this: all these people that was around, I don't see how none of these people. He gonna come out. Anthony come out right here. He running right here, and watch them run after him. He's running right here, and you see all these people watching this. I don't see why these people ain't doing nothing. They sitting here seeing this. I'm not understanding that whatsoever. All these people that's right here seeing this. Why they didn't choose to intervene or nothing, and they all right here. I don't understand all these people right here. That's one thing I'm not understanding. And you see him running right here. He stopped right here. And here they come over here. All four of them over here chasing him while he running right there. He had no choice but to defend himself. He had no choice. And then the young man put his hand on him. He told him not to put his hand on him. He put his hand on him. He had no choice but to defend himself. He don't deserve to be in jail for defending himself. Here he go right here. And they still own him right here. He had no choice but to defend himself. He didn't deserve to go to jail at all. It was self-defense. You see right here. And I think right here is when he told the dude not to touch him, and he touched him anyway. And I think that's the part right here. And they still surrounded him right here. He can't even get away from them. And see, even right here, they still got him surrounded right here. He can't even get away from them right here. And he trying to get away from it, but they won't let him. Now he tried to walk off right here. And they still confronted him right here when he tried to walk off. You see right here, he tried to walk off. And they confronted him right here. They wouldn't let him leave. So he had no choice but to defend himself. He tried to leave. He tried to walk away, but they wouldn't let him. They wouldn't let him walk away. They would have just left him alone and let him walk away. The situation would have got to where it got to. And he would have never lost his life, or he would have just left him alone. But they wouldn't let him walk away. He tried to walk away, but they wouldn't let him. But he had no choice but to defend himself. It was self-defense. He had no choice but to defend himself. I mean, he did not deserve to lose his life like that, but at the same time, he should have left him alone. When he sat there and said, "Don't put your hand on me," he shouldn't have put his hand on me. He put his hand on him, so he had no choice but to defend himself. So it's self-defense. And if his brother, if the dude brother sat there and egged it on instead of telling his brother, no, let's go, leave the situation alone, don't even stop, let it go to the other, he egged it on. He deserved to be in jail too for egging the situation on. You're the reason why your brother lost his life because you was egging the situation on too. You didn't tell your brother, no, stop this, leave it alone, let's go, let him go. You didn't tell your brother to do none of that. You egged it on. So you deserve to be in jail because you're the reason why your brother lost his life too. Because you egged it on. Instead of y'all leaving him alone and letting him go. You egged it on right on with your brother, you egged it on. Instead of telling your brother, no, leave him alone, let it go. So he ended up losing his life in the process. You have to learn how to keep your hands to yourself. A person ain't gonna let you sit up there that let you put your hand on them. You gotta learn to keep your hands to your dang self. A person has the right to defend himself if you trying to harm them or put your hand on them. So he had the right to defend himself. He had every right to. He tried to get away from him and they wouldn't let him leave. They even chased him when he tried to run and surrounded him. So he tried to walk away, but they wouldn't let him walk away. And the minute getting in the video, his body cam, so it ain't no sound in the beginning, but when you get close to the middle, that's when you're gonna hear a sound. It's just the body cam right here, that's why you don't hear no sound, because it's the body cam right here. That's why ain't no sound right here. But he had no choice but to defend himself. He had no choice. Oh my God, wait. I gotta wait, record it again because I gotta delete some off of here in order to finish recording. Not record it all. I'm gonna have to record it all. Right. Oh, I might have to record it all. Okay, in this video, anybody came up Kamalo, Anthony Kamalo, he was defending himself. He had the right to defend himself. He did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. I pray that he get a new trial with a jury of his peers. It's black jury and white jury, not just all white jury, and that's it. I pray that he get a free get get another trial with jurors of his peers. He did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. He defended himself. He had no choice. So Carlos King got he dropped a video of the full video of Anthony Camano, and he did not deserve to go to jail. He defended himself. He did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. I pray they gave him another trial with jury of his peers, a fair trial with jury of his peers, not just all white jurors, but white jurors and black jurors of his peers. And he get out because he did not deserve to go to jail. He defended himself. He had no choice but to defend himself, so he did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. So I pray they gave him another trial and a fair trial. And he did not deserve to go to jail. He had no choice but to defend himself. Which y'all gonna see in this full video, it's full footage from beginning to the end. So here we go. I want to watch it because I had to record it.
And they're currently treating Quebec against down at the north end of the stadium. Alright. Anyway, like that.
Alright, what's up with it, y'all? Look, man, I'm back again with another video right now. Y'all excuse my signal and my audio for right now, but basically, this is the long-awaited Carmelo Anthony video footage. It has been released. Now, I requested some videos myself personally and have been denied. So when people say that they have been trying to get the other videos and they can't get it, they're not lying. I've tried myself personally and they denied it. And basically, today they have released the body cam footage. They have released some of the incident that took place. It's still kind of grainy, but it's the full, I think, 10 or 11 minute video that I do have for y'all today. So yeah, y'all hit that like button, leave a comment. Y'all want this content. I told y'all I was gonna keep on bringing it to y'all and keep coming out, so I'm gonna keep on doing it. But y'all just hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know that y'all really want the content, and I got you. And also, I got this bonus going on for the sweepstakes. If you want to take a chance
And Carlos King, thank you for dropping this video. I was waiting on this footage, so thank you for dropping this video and finding this footage because I was waiting on it.
Once you leave me, it's yours right there. I got the title and the name and keys in there. So,
and I love all your content as well. I love all your content.
Couple of days. So I'll see y'all August 1st, 4 p.m. Texas time. I'm in Dallas, so that'll tell you the time zone. But in a minute, I'm not gonna get too much into the Carmelo stuff right now because I'm gonna watch the video 15, 20 times myself.
So this Camano Anthony footage. He did not deserve to go to jail. He defended himself. I pray they gave him another fair trial because he did not deserve to go to jail. He deserved to get out because he defended himself. He had to defend himself. The boy should have left him alone, and the boy did not choose to leave him alone. He chose to sit there, and they ran and chased it after him when he tried to run and get away. They chased it after him, and then they surrounded him. They wouldn't let him leave. He tried to walk away, but they would not let him walk away. And if the brother did sit there and egg the situation on, the brother need to be in damn jail too, because you're the reason why your brother lost his life. If you would have just told your brother, no, stop this, let it go, leave it alone, let's go home, leave the situation alone, your brother will still be here. But no, you egged it on too, so therefore you're the reason why your brother lost his life. Your brother is the reason why he lost his life too, because he should have left Camano Anthony alone when he told him to leave him alone. But no, he wanted to be a bully, and when the bully him, instead of leaving him alone, let him walk away. He tried to walk away. Y'all didn't let him walk away. So he did not deserve to go to jail. He defended himself. He had no choice. And let's pay attention to the tent right here. Just keep paying attention to the side right here. This is the side y'all want to pay attention to. So pay attention to this right over here. When this part of the video, you're not going to hear no sound. This is the body cam, so you're going to hear no sound. When you get to the middle, that's when the sound comes. I'll click back in. When you get to the middle. This part right here, you ain't going to hear no sound. This part right here, bro. Once you get to the middle, it'll kick back in. But this is just body cam footage right here, so you're not going to hear no sound right here. Just letting you know that right now. I'm letting y'all know in this part right here. Right now, the guy's going to hear sound right here. Just pay attention to the tent over here. Pay attention right there. If you like my live, subscribe, follow, share, and like. I told you I was gonna stay on this until they Show the footage. He deserves to be out of jail. He deserves to go to jail whatsoever. Now, this is Commando, Anthony Commando right here. He running right here. Watch them chase after him while he tried to run and get away from him. Now he tried to get away from him. He running right here. He tried to get away from him. Now they chasing after him right here. Why are they chasing after him if he trying to get the hell away from him? And they said he chasing after him. So at that point, he had no choice but to defend himself. He tried to get away. He tried to walk away. They didn't want that. Here he go right here. And this dude is still on him right here. They still on him right here. While he trying to get away from him. They right here. He trying to get away, but they won't let him go. He had no choice but to defend himself. He had no choice. If you got 4 people on you at one time and you tried to walk away and they chased you, they went after him. And let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Y'all watching, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm gonna upload this video to my YouTube channel. So in the comment section, when I do upload the video, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. So I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And if y'all like my video, subscribe, follow, share, and bye. And there he go right here. And they still surrounded him right here. They wouldn't let him leave. And y'all gonna hear him talking in the video too. When they get to the middle. And they still surrounded him right here. They wouldn't let him leave. And there go Commando, Anthony Commando right here. Here he go right here. He tried to get away from them. They wouldn't let him leave. He had no choice but to defend himself. He had no choice. He don't deserve to be in jail whatsoever. He tried to get away from them. They chased him and everything. Why would they chase behind him if he tried to leave to get away from him? He tried to walk away. Why would they chase behind him and run after him? And then sit there and surround him when he tried to walk away. And you can see right here. Now this one is sound for the kick back in. This is when the police come in. The sound for the kick back in a minute. And they go come out after they come out right here, they taking him to jail right here. But watch what he's saying in the video. Watch what he's saying in the video.
Hold on. If somebody is shooting the victim, don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got the suspects, and they're currently treating the victim against the north end of the
arrested
stadium.
him right here. He ain't deserve to go to jail at all.
All right.
They should have been arresting the boys. They couldn't arrest the brother because he had to defend himself and the brother ended up losing his life. They should have arrested the brother. The one that egged the situation on. So telling his brother to leave the situation alone. They should have arrested him. He should have went to jail. Not Anthony Commando. He deserved to go to jail at all. He didn't deserve to go to jail. Period. He defended himself. They should have arrested the ones that was bullying him. They should have arrested them.
Slow down.
Not him.
I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now detained. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the north, east,
The young man who lost his life.
Vacate is wide open there.
I pray that God covered him from time, and I pray that God covered him from time. But they son should have kept his hand to himself. He shouldn't have been bullying nobody. When Anthony Commando chose to run and try to get away from him, they should have left him alone. When he tried to get away from him. Not sitting there chasing after him and running after him when he tried to get away from him. They should have left him alone and kept their hands to their dang on
Nothing
stick.
on your person at all.
In this situation, it went the way they could win.
A little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay. Alright. The victim's gonna be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. Victim.
Yeah, I hear what he said right there. He said he put his hands on me. He said I told him not to put his hand on me. He put his hand on me.
No.
I had to come out and sit there and talk to the police right there. He said I told him not to put his hand on me. He put his hand on me. He had no trouble to defend himself. He should have put his hand on me.
Up to you. It's up to you. Let me do one more little check of you, okay? You don't cry for reaching your pockets, anything like that, okay?
So little no name on picture.
What's your name, man?
Carmelo Anthony, K-A-R-M-E.
Kamalo Anthony had the right to defend himself. They should have left him alone. He just sit there and said, I told him to leave me alone. And he wouldn't leave me alone. I told him not to touch me, he touched me. He should have touched me. He had no trouble to defend himself. This is what he does do life like that. At the same time, he kept his hand to himself. And when he tried to walk away, they should have let him walk away. When he tried to walk away, they should have left him alone. And they did not do that. They surrounded him.
I don't know yet, man.
So he had to defend himself.
K-A-R.
But he did not deserve to go to jail whatsoever. He did not.
Carmelo, what's your last name?
Kamalo did not deserve to go to jail. He did not.
Anyway, we're ready. Think ready? You go to Emerson?
I hope I said his name right correctly. I'm gonna upload the video to my YouTube. It's another video. Oh, he made some fried green tomato. It's like fried green tomatoes, crispy. Oh yeah, I want to make some fried green tomatoes too. I want to see how he made them fried green tomato. There's another video I'm reaction to. This video right here.
The death of an Atlanta club owner. Sherelle Canty was shot and killed over the holiday weekend in Gwinnett County. We're told Canty was the co-owner of Opium and is well known.
Okay, I want to react to this video right here. This young lady, her name is Atlanta nightlife queen, was shot twice in the head by a woman she once married. Sherelle Canty. I think her name is Cheryl. Yeah, Cheryl Canty story. I'm going to react to it because I want to react to this too. Sherry Canty story.
Really just a crazy situation, so I ran right inside and got my mom.
Well, right now the community is mourning the death of an Atlanta club owner. Sherelle Canty was shot and killed over the holiday weekend in Gwinnett County. We're told Canty was the co-owner of Opium and is well known in Atlanta's nightlife scene, having been around for some time. Police responded to the Dove Lake neighborhood in unincorporated Grayson Sunday, where they found Canty dead. Warrants reveal Canty had been shot twice in the head.
She owned one of Atlanta's hottest clubs. Everybody knew her name. Everybody loved her. And on a quiet Sunday morning, somebody took her life. Somebody she used to call her wife. And when the details came out, the how of it It stopped people cold. Before we get into what happened that morning in Grayson, Georgia, you need to understand who Cheryl Canty was, because this is not just a crime story. This is the story of a real one, a whole person. And she deserves to be seen clearly before we talk about how she was taken. Cheryl was 44 years old. She was the co-owner of Opium Atlanta. And if you know Atlanta nightlife for real, you know that name carries weight. That club was not just a business. It was her vision, her energy, her house. The place people went to celebrate, let loose, and feel alive. And Cheryl was not just behind the scenes running things. She was the face of it. Her friend and co-worker Tajai Henry described it plain. Cheryl has her own aura, and when she walks into a club, everybody knows Cheryl's here. That right there tells you everything. She did not just run a club. She ran Atlanta nightlife. And not just the mainstream crowd either. Cheryl was known specifically for hosting LGBTQ+ events, making sure the queer community in Atlanta had a space, a real space, where they felt seen, welcomed, and celebrated. She was a connector, a community figure, the person you called when you wanted to get something moving, when you needed to make something happen, when you just needed to feel good. And the way people talked about her, man, you do not hear that kind of love every day. Her people said she was the type to give you the shirt off her back and never once ask for anything in return. Cousins drove to Atlanta on weekends just to see her face. Friends going through cancer battles. Cheryl still found time to reach out and remind them they were loved. She was not just popular, she was present. She picked up the phone. She showed up. She pulled up. And if you were in her circle, that tight circle she kept, you were blessed to be there. One of her closest friends said it plain. You had my back. You support. You show up. You're present. That was Cheryl Canty, in her own people's words. Now, on the other side of the story is a woman named Stephanie Byron, 48 years old, also a resident of Grayson, Georgia. And here is where this story gets another layer of weight to it. Because Stephanie Byron was not just some unknown person. She was a prominent local real estate agent, known in the community, a familiar face, the kind of person neighbors wave at, the kind of person people describe as upstanding. And she had been Cheryl's wife. At some point, the marriage ended in divorce. The full details of what their relationship looked like day to day, how it started, how it fell apart, a lot of that has not been made public. What we do know is that these two women had a shared life, a history together. And something in that history led to one of the most devastating mornings that quiet Grayson neighborhood had ever seen. The last time many of Cheryl's people saw her alive was a Thursday night. They had dinner together. They laughed. They kicked it. A normal night. The kind of night nobody thinks twice about. Nobody knew it was the last one. One of her loved ones wrote it later, and this line is one that stays with you. Had I known Thursday night would be our last dinner and night kicking it, I would have just stayed longer. That is the kind of thing grief makes you say, because there is no going back. There is no staying longer. That dinner was done, and so was the time they had left with her. By Saturday, the day before her body was found, something already felt off to the people closest to her. One of her friends tried to reach her on FaceTime. No answer. Sent a text. Nothing back. Now, anybody who knew Cheryl knew that was not her. She was the one who always picked up, always hit you right back. She was one call away, every single time. So when that phone went silent, her friend said something felt wrong, but not this, not what was coming. Nobody was prepared for Sunday morning. Sunday, May 25th, 2026, Grayson, Georgia. 300 block of Wilkerson Way. A quiet, newer, family-friendly neighborhood. The kind of suburb where people move to raise kids, cut their lawns on Saturday morning, and wave at their neighbors. The kind of place where nothing ever really happens. At exactly 8:42 in the morning, a neighbor noticed something wrong at the house next door. Something serious enough to pick up the phone and call 911. Gwinnett County Police responded within minutes. When they walked through that door, they found Cheryl Canty, dead inside the home. And when the full details came out, when the arrest warrants were reviewed, the investigators confirmed that Cheryl had not just been shot. She had been shot twice, both times in the head. Let that land for a second. This was not an accident. This was not a warning shot. This was not a moment of confusion. 2 shots. To the head, at close range. Inside a home on a quiet Sunday morning, Cheryl Canty, 44 years old, a woman who lit up every room she walked into, was gone. Neighbor Jordan Stallworth described the scene from outside. All I saw was a bunch of police cars surrounded the area and an ambulance and yellow tape on the house. It was really just a crazy situation, so I ran right inside and got my mom. We were surprised because this area is so small and so quaint and quiet, so we just couldn't believe that something like this was happening. Police vehicles, ambulances, yellow tape, families gathering on the lawn on a Sunday morning. Sergeant Jennifer Richter of the Gwinnett County Police Department said it herself. Fatal calls were rare in that part of Grayson. Generally, our call volume in this area is fairly benign. We really don't have a lot of death calls in this area. And yet, another neighbor described coming home to find the entire street blocked off. Ambulance, multiple police cruisers, yellow crime scene tape stretched across the residence. On a street that was supposed to be normal. On a morning that was supposed to be peaceful.
Police tell us that a woman was found shot inside this home here behind me on Sunday morning along Wilkerson Way. Police tell us that one person is in custody. A quiet neighborhood in Grayson turned into an active crime scene on Sunday afternoon.
When I got closer, all I saw was a bunch of police cars surrounded the area and an ambulance and then yellow tape on the house. It was really just a crazy situation.
I was frightened because I didn't know what was going on. Nothing like this happens in this area.
Police say they are investigating a domestic homicide. On Sunday afternoon, we saw investigators taking large bags out of the home. We also saw a white car being towed away from the house.
And anybody would be, scared or surprised, by something like that.
As police left the scene, we saw a group of people praying outside the home. Neighbors and police say that this is a quiet neighborhood that normally doesn't have any trouble.
Generally, our call volume in this area is fairly benign. We really don't have a lot of death calls in this area.
It's quiet. It's very, very quiet. Everybody mind their business. They walk their dogs. The kids play.
Police say this homicide is an isolated incident. They say right now there is no threat to the public.
We were surprised because this area is so small and so quaint and quiet, so just couldn't believe that something like this was happening.
And again, one person is in custody. We'll of course keep you updated as we learn more information. Reporting in Grayson, Tara Jabor, Fox 5 News.
Now, here is where things move fast. Police arrived, found the body, and opened what they were calling a death investigation. At that point, no suspect officially named, no motive confirmed publicly. Just a woman, shot dead, inside a home on a quiet Georgia street. But here's the thing about detectives. They follow the evidence. And the evidence in this case was already pointing somewhere specific. Within hours, not days, hours, investigators had pieced together enough to know this was not random. No signs of forced entry, no evidence of an outside threat, no stranger involved. This was personal. This came from inside. And here is something that matters in a case like this. The weapon used was a firearm. One of the charges against Byron is specifically possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, meaning police believe she came to that house with a gun. 2 shots to the head, a firearm charge on top of everything else. That tells you something about the level of intent investigators believe was present that morning. Gwinnett County Police confirmed it. The shooting was domestic related. And once they had that confirmation, the investigation had a direction. They knew who they were looking for. Now here is the part that had the community doing a double take. Because when the name came out, when they said Stephanie Byron, people who knew her were floored. Not because they could not imagine violence, but because Stephanie Byron was known. She was a real estate agent, a professional, a familiar face in the community, the kind of person you would never picture in the middle of something like this. And that is the thing about domestic violence that people have to understand. It does not always come from someone who looks the part. It does not always wear the face of danger. Sometimes it wears the face of someone you know, someone you wave at, someone with a business card and a professional smile. By Monday, one day after Cheryl's body was found, Gwinnett County Police made their move. They arrested 48-year-old Stephanie Byron, Cheryl's ex-wife, real estate agent,
That's the dang good time you keep her life like that.
Georgia resident, living in the same area as the woman she once married. The charges came down hard: malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Now let us be clear about what those charges mean, because this is not legalese. This is intent. Malice murder in Georgia means the prosecution is saying this killing was deliberate, intentional, planned, not a moment of passion, not an accident, a choice. Felony murder means a death occurred while another crime was being committed. In this case, the firearm charge. She allegedly brought a gun. She allegedly used it. And Cheryl is gone because of it. Stephanie Byron was taken into custody and held without bond, meaning a judge looked at these charges, looked at what the evidence showed, and decided she was going nowhere. The mugshot was released to the public, and when it hit, the internet reacted the way it always does when a face gets attached to a crime this devastating. People who knew Cheryl were floored. People who never met either of them were shaken. Because when you see the face behind charges like that, charges connected to someone described the way Cheryl was described, it hits different. As of the time this story was reported, Byron remained in the Gwinnett County Jail. The full details of what happened inside that home have not been entirely released to the public. The investigation was still active. Police were still building the case, but what they had was already enough. Enough to arrest, enough to charge, enough to hold without bond. The rest will come out in court.
New this afternoon, we just got the mug shot for a homicide suspect in unincorporated Grayson. Take a look. 48-year-old Stephanie Byram is charged with malice murder, felony murder, and aggravated assault. Gwinnett County Police say they were called out to a home on Wilkerson Way Sunday after concerned neighbors reached out. They found 44-year-old Cheryl Canty dead inside the home. Police haven't released a motive, but say it appears to be domestic, meaning the victim and the suspect knew each other. As the investigation continues, friends and loved ones are now sharing tributes online remembering Canty. WNBA veteran and former Atlanta Dream player Tamara Ty Young is among those speaking out in remembrance. Young took to Facebook calling Canty, quote, "one of my favorite people." She goes on to write, quote, "You were a real one, a good one, a heart of gold. You wanted people to be happy and enjoy themselves." We'll keep following this investigation and bring you the latest updates.
Here is what people need to really sit with. Cheryl Canty was 44 years old. She had a business, a co-owned nightclub that carried her name and her energy. She had a community, not just in Atlanta, but specifically in the LGBTQ+ community, a space she helped build and protect through the events she hosted, through the doors she kept open, through the love she poured into that space. She had people who drove across state lines to see her. Friends who still had plans with her in their heads. Cousins who were saving up the moment to surprise her. A whole circle of people whose lives were better simply because she was in them. And she is gone. Not from illness, not from an accident. Gone because of violence. In a relationship that was supposed to have been love. Her friend and co-worker Tajai Henry said it best. Cheryl gonna tell us to party and ball like she's still here. We're going to keep her legacy alive. We're gonna keep opium alive. That right there. They are not letting her go quiet. The club stays open. Her name stays in the lights, because that is what she would have wanted. One of her family members wrote something that stopped a lot of people mid-scroll. You were always searching for happiness and never gave up on love. But the one who loved you most was God, because Cheryl gave so much love to the people around her. And at the end, the place that became most dangerous for her was a relationship that once felt like home. Now here is something that does not get talked about enough, and this case makes it impossible to ignore. Domestic violence in same-sex relationships is just as real, just as deadly, and far too often, invisible. According to the CDC, 43.8% of lesbian women report having experienced physical violence, stalking, or rape by a partner in their lifetime. That number is not small. That number rivals, and in some cases exceeds, what is seen in heterosexual relationships. And yet, 44% of LGBTQ+ survivors of intimate partner violence have reported being denied shelter services when they tried to get help. Read that again. Nearly half. Turned away. When they needed protection the most. The violence is real. The resources,
and let me know what you think about this
far
story.
too
Comment
often,
section too.
are not.
Let me know what you think about this story.
Cheryl Canty was a visible, celebrated, loved woman in her community. She seemed protected. She had people around her. She had love around her. She had success around her. And it still happened. Because domestic violence does not care how full your life looks from the outside. It does not care how many people love you. It does not care about your business, your reputation, your circle, your gender, or who you love. It finds people in all kinds of relationships, and it does not announce itself before it arrives. Neighbor Jordan Stallworth said something after the dust settled, something that a lot of people in that neighborhood were probably feeling. It kind of makes me feel like we should move, because it's kind of scary. It was really scary just to think that something like that could happen in this little area like Grayson. That is what violence does to a community. It does not just take one life. It shakes everybody. It makes people question the peace they thought they had around them. Atlanta lost a real one. The nightlife lost a pillar. The LGBTQ+ community lost a protector. A family lost their light. And a whole city is sitting with questions that do not have easy answers. How do you see it coming when it comes wearing a familiar face? How do you get out when the danger was once the person you chose to build a life with? How do you protect the people you love from someone they once loved back? There are no clean answers. But Cheryl's story is one that deserves to be told, not just as a crime, not just as a headline, but as a reminder. A reminder to check on your people. A reminder that a quiet neighborhood does not mean a safe situation. A reminder that domestic violence inside a same-sex relationship is just as serious and deserves just as much support as any other form. And a reminder that the person you sat across from at dinner on Thursday might not be here by Sunday. Tell your people you love them. Check on your people. And if something feels off, trust that feeling.
Keep yourself free. Her life like that, I started thought loved her.
Because Cheryl's friend trusted that feeling on Saturday when the FaceTime went unanswered. And even that was already too late. Rest easy, Cheryl Canty. Atlanta will not forget you. Opium will keep the lights on. And your people, they are going to make sure the world remembers your name. If you or someone you know is in a dangerous situation, whether it is a straight relationship, a same-sex relationship, a marriage, or a situation that is hard to name, domestic violence resources are linked in the description below. You are not alone, and you deserve to be safe. If this story moved you, share it. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Because sometimes the only difference between a warning and a tragedy is somebody speaking up first. We will see you on the next one.
Sensibility.
Oh, I wanted to react to this one too.
You gotta be a heartless monster
Okay.
to do this to someone.
And that's where we begin tonight in Amber.
In this story, a Milwaukee mom buried her baby. Next day, boyfriend took her and daughter's life and then burned the bodies in the garage. My God.
Her alert ends in heartbreak. A Milwaukee mom and her two daughters found dead in a north.
Okay, wait a minute. I want to react to this too. So yeah, the Milwaukee mom buried a baby. Next day, she buried her baby. Then next day, her boyfriend took her and her daughter's life and then burned their bodies in the garage. My God, there's some cold-hearted ass people in this world. My God, how could you do it to your own, the mother of your kids? I just don't understand the part. So we can react to this right now in this video. Milwaukee mom buried her baby. Then the next day, her boyfriend takes the life of her and her daughter, and then run anybody in the garage. My God, this is a sad story. I want to react to this story.
Northside garage today, and the man accused in their death is in custody several states away.
A mother, 2 little girls, 5 and 4 years old. A father who said he loved his daughter so much, he kissed her before he strangled her. This is one of the hardest stories we've ever covered on this channel. And by the time we get to the end, you're gonna have questions for the Milwaukee Police Department too. This is the story of Jerica Banks, her daughters Zania and Kamaria, and a tragedy that didn't have to happen the way it did. Milwaukee,
I thought it was so pretty.
The Sunset Heights neighborhood. This is where Amara Jerica Banks built her whole world around 3 kids. Jerica was 26 years old. She graduated from the Milwaukee School of the Arts as an honor student, and she played the violin. Not just for school either. Music was something she carried with her into adulthood, something she shared with her brother. People who knew her said she was the kind of person who checked in, who showed up, who would do anything for the people she loved. But the center of her life was her children. Zania Ivory, 5 years old. Kamaria Banks, 4 years old. And the baby of the family, Arzel Ivory Jr., just 21 months old. Zania's father was a man named Arzel Ivory, Jerica's on and off partner. Kamaria's father was someone else entirely. 3 kids, 2 different fathers, 1 mother holding it all
So her 3
together.
kids had 2 different
That was
fathers.
the family. Now
So he
here's
took
where
the life
things
of
start to
somebody
go
else's
wrong.
kid. Took the
And
life
it
of his
starts
own
with
child
love.
and somebody else's child. That's crazy.
In January 2020, baby Arzel got sick. Bronchitis, asthma complications,
She had a son too.
the kind of thing that can turn dangerous fast in a child that young if it's not caught in time. And on January 24th, 2020, 21-month-old Arzel Ivory Jr. died. Some of Jerica's family blamed his father. They believed Arzel Ivory didn't move fast enough to get the baby medical help. Whether that's exactly what happened or not, one thing is clear. Grief was already sitting heavy on his family before anything else went wrong. Jerica had just lost a child, and in less than 2 weeks, she'd be planning his funeral. February 7th, 2020. They buried baby Arzel, a mother burying her son before he even turned 2. Family gathered around Jerica that day to hold her up, to console her, to remind her she wasn't alone in this. Nobody in that room had any idea what the next 24 hours would bring. There's one more piece you need before we move forward. Arzel Ivory, Jerica's ex, the father of her oldest daughter, had recently lost his own apartment in a fire. With nowhere else to go, he'd been staying at Jerica's place, sleeping under the same roof as the woman and children he would soon take from this world. That's where we pick things up next. Friday night, February 7th, into the early hours of February 8th, 2020. Jerica spent that evening with family. Just hours after burying her son, she was surrounded by people trying to hold her together. They made plans for brunch the next day. Nothing about that night suggested it would be her last. Early that morning, family dropped Jerica and her 2 daughters back at her apartment in Sunset Heights. They didn't know it then, but that was the last time anyone in that family would see Jerica, Zanya, or Kamaria alive. Around 1:30 a.m., Arzel Ivory got home from work. He was a security guard, and he'd gone in for his shift just one day after they put his son in the ground. That decision didn't sit right with Jerica, not even a little bit. An argument broke out. According to Ivory's own statements later given to police, Jerica was furious that he went to work so soon. She accused him of not caring that their baby was gone. Words turned into something worse, fast. Neighbors in that building heard everything, thumping against the walls, yelling, a woman's voice, screaming. One witness later described hearing Jerica cry out, "No, no, I didn't even do anything," followed by, "Help, help, help." There were accusations about cheating mixed in with the screaming. And then the words that should chill anybody listening to this story, "Please don't kill me." A neighbor saw Jerica make it outside, into the parking lot. She was bleeding from the mouth, barefoot, still wearing the t-shirt printed with her baby's memorial photo from the funeral just one day before. She didn't get far. Ivory dragged her back inside. Somebody called 911. That call should have saved her life. It didn't. The dispatcher logged it as a low priority call. Officers came out, but they never got out of the squad car to properly search the building. They left without finding anyone, without stopping anything. Jerica was still alive inside that apartment when police drove away from the scene. Inside, Ivory told investigators exactly what he did next. He pushed Jerica's head into the wall, twice. Then he strangled her with both his hands until she was dead. Then he turned to his daughters. He strangled 5-year-old Zania, his own biological child.
My God.
He told police he kissed her
so
before
pretty.
he did it.
Your daughter's so
Told
pretty.
her, "Daddy loves you." Told her that her mother wanted her in heaven with her. Then he strangled 4-year-old Kamaria too, a little girl who wasn't even his by blood.
My God. He
Later,
took somebody
he told
else's child
investigators
away.
he didn't want the children to live in a world where they did not have their mother. 3 lives, one night.
That's sad.
Gone.
Yeah.
What he did after is just as disturbing as what he'd already done. Ivory cleaned the apartment with bleach, trying to erase what happened in those walls. Then he wrapped all 3 bodies in an air mattress and loaded them up. He drove about 4 miles away to a garage at his old apartment building near 47th and Burley. He doused the bodies in gasoline.
My God.
And he set them on fire. A mother, 2 little girls, burned in a garage 4 miles from home, while their family slept that night not knowing any of this had happened. That's where we have to leave it for now. Next, we cover the search for Jerica and her daughters, and exactly how long it took before anyone found out the truth. By February 9th, Jerica's family knew something was wrong. She wasn't answering calls. She wasn't posting anywhere online, which wasn't like her at all. Eventually, her phone went dead completely. They reported Jerica and her 2 daughters missing.
Tom, police do have a suspect in custody, but family hasn't seen Amara and the 2 daughters since last Friday. They are very worried, but they are still holding out hope that they come home safe.
I feel like I'm in a dream world.
Valeria Spinner Banks hasn't seen or heard from her daughter and granddaughters in a week. Police say 26-year-old Amara, 5-year-old Zanaya, and 4-year-old Kamaria were last seen near North Sherman and West Green Tree around 1 a.m. last Saturday. This after family says her sister dropped her off at home. Family says it's not like Amara to do this.
I gotta believe
that
if she saw this, that she would have called.
The 3 disappeared hours after the family grieved at a funeral for Amara's 1-year-old son, Zell, who Valeria says was born with respiratory problems and died of natural causes. It's a pain Valeria understands because she's also buried a daughter 26 years ago.
You know, I think the saddest part is that we haven't grieved enough for him, and now this. And I might have to grieve again. And I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Police have a suspect in custody. He's 25-year-old Arzel Ivory, and family says he's the father of Zanaya and Zell. As of Saturday, online court records show he faces an aggravated battery charge.
And I guess I worry about the girls, but, you know, have they been fed? Are they cold? Are they hungry? You know, all that needs being met. And that's what's so hard to think of, that some harm has come to these babies.
In the meantime, family is trying to stay hopeful as they seek answers and ask the community to be on the lookout.
We're still holding out hope.
The Banks family has been through a lot, not just this week. One of Valeria's sons has been missing for 11 years, and she is also a breast cancer survivor. We have more specific information on how to spot Amara and her daughters on our homepage at tnj4.com. Tom.
Certainly hoping to get some answers for that family. Stephanie, thank you.
And here's where the system failed this family a second time. Police didn't treat it like the emergency it was. There was no urgency. No immediate Amber Alert for 2 little girls who just vanished. Jerica's brother went public, pleading for help, telling anyone who listened that this was not like his sister. That she would never just disappear on her kids' aunts and uncles and grandparents without a word. Meanwhile, Arzel Ivory had already run. He fled all the way to Memphis, Tennessee. What happened next is the only reason this case got solved at all. Ivory confessed to his own father, and his father turned him in. Milwaukee police traveled down to Memphis. Ivory talked. He told them exactly where to find what was left of Jerica, Zania, and Kamaria. On February 16, 2020, 1 full day after the Amber Alert was finally issued, more than a week after they went missing, investigators found the bodies in that garage near 47th and Burley. The fire had done its damage. The remains were badly burned, but there were still small pieces of the memorial t-shirts from baby Arzel's funeral that survived the flames. Proof of exactly who these victims were, and proof of exactly how recently this family had already been grieving before this happened.
This is where police say Banks and her daughters were found dead. You can see a small bouquet of flowers left just right outside the garage. Family members tell me it all feels like a nightmare.
Crippling heartbreak. I just wish he was here. Followed by a desperate prayer for strength.
God, I ask that you would touch this family when the crowd has left.
Tamika Smith can barely find the words.
It's so heartbreaking. I don't even know what to do.
She learned Sunday her sister, 26-year-old Amara Jerica Banks, and her two nieces, 5-year-old Zanaya Ivory and 4-year-old Kamaria Banks, were murdered.
They just said that I never see her talk to my sister again. And it's hurt me so bad because me and my sister was so close.
Police say 25-year-old Arzel Ivory is the man who killed them. He was arrested Saturday. Family says he was Banks's ex-boyfriend and Zanaya's father. He and Banks had just buried their infant son, who family says died from health complications.
She was a very private person though, like she wasn't like an outspoken person, a wild person. I'm just so hurt.
Banks and her daughters had been missing for a week before an Amber Alert went out. Video from News Chopper 12 shows the scene Sunday near 47th and Burleigh, where police say their bodies were found in a garage.
She didn't deserve this. She really didn't. How can you be so evil?
The loss leaving family wondering how their hearts will heal.
She'll be in my heart and my prayers. Today I'm gone and not here anymore. I just have to live with it.
And your heart certainly goes out to their family tonight. Sarah, we know that this is an early stage in the investigation, but have police said what happened to Banks and her daughters?
Well, Ben, we did ask police at today's press conference, and they didn't say exactly how they were killed.
Sarah Tamer leading us off here tonight in Milwaukee.
Arzel Ivory was charged with 3 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. One for Jericho, one for Zania, one for Kamaria.
Here's arguments and death threats, a newly released report detailing the tense moments prior to when a Milwaukee mother and her 2 children went missing. Derek Williams has those details, as well as the latest on charges for the suspect and a tribute in the victim's memory.
That's right. A few balloons remain here outside of a garage near 47th and Burleigh, where the trio was found dead inside of this garage. But this memorial is expected to grow in just about an hour as a vigil is planned for 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, the boyfriend of Amara Jerica Banks is in the process of being brought from Shelby County, Tennessee, where he was arrested Saturday on a fugitive warrant for felony aggravated battery out of Milwaukee. A reporter with our sister station tells me the family's home, his family's home, was where he was taken into custody Saturday evening. Today, he was in court and waived extradition hearing, but he did so after crossing his arms and asking a few questions.
Like I said, this is a Wisconsin case. Tennessee has nothing to do with this case. We have no authority. I have no authority over you.
A detective in Milwaukee was present in court today. We are told Ivory will make his way back here in the coming days, and charges will be presented then as well. As for the aggravated battery incident, I did speak with Jerica's neighbor, who said they called 911 for a disturbance. They tell me that they came into their building early Saturday morning on the 8th, saw her and the kids crying on the staircase. He later heard yelling and a man screaming. He then heard thuds, followed by some rustling in the basement. The next day, he said he saw Ivory with the door open and the apartment smelled heavily of cleaning products. Now, while we wait for the details of that incident and of those homicides, their lives are being remembered tonight. Once again, family and loved ones will join here at a vigil at 6 o'clock. And of course, there are 3 people that now have to be buried. So if you'd like to help them donate to those funeral expenses, we put a link to their GoFundMe page on our website, fox6now.com. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Derica Williams, Fox 6 News.
3 people from this incident and the little boy who passed away on Friday. So the tragedy in this story is insurmountable.
That's exactly right. And from what we're hearing from the medical examiner's office also, it was part of the incident after the funeral that also sparked some of this. I believe that the suspect was the last person with that little boy who was dealing with some respiratory issues, brought him to the hospital. He was not breathing and pulseless. The report claims that Jerica perhaps blamed him for the death. Argument ensued, and things just kind of escalated from there. So just kind of loss on many fronts right now.
So very sad. Derica, thank you. And we
Cries of anguish from family grieving the loss of Amara, known as Jerica to her sisters, Banks, and her four.
Grieving, yielded to the weight of unfulfilled dreams, unfulfilled wants of life, unfulfilled milestones that come with motherhood, including the desire to see your own children come of age, cross the threshold into adulthood, and step beyond into their own legacies.
Okay, this part.
Because I had told him one time that if you put your hands on her, you're mine, you know. And I guess it was just Billy, it was really good. And I don't want to live with something.
She's talking about their mother is so pretty. I probably got covered her out of the time because I saw her doing this out of the time of her doing it. Her daughter. I remember doing her grandkids.
My grandson asked because my son had just come back, his partner had just come back from Hope. Was that Christmas, and they bought the girls these large Mickey Mouse, and because they love Mickey Mouse, and my grandson keeps asking me, what happened to him now? They didn't find that. And I can't say to him, I think that's what he used to celebrate the Bibles. So, you know, I just kind of say, well, you know, maybe they just got lost. You know, maybe they got thrown out. I don't know. But if not, I know that that Bible was used. Because they went on with that until they which I look at. And this is, my husband and I, we lost a daughter 28 years ago in a car accident. I never thought I'd have to go through this again. And this is the worst thing that I've ever done. No point to have to go through your child. And worry, not only your child, but your grandchildren too. That's hard. And, you know, and when we look at domestic violence and we try, I don't think you can ever really understand what makes a person do that thing, to do such a murder like this. It's just, you know, impossible experience.
That got logged wrong. The officers who left without searching the building. The missing persons report that didn't move fast enough. An internal investigation followed, and people were disciplined for how badly this was handled. But for Jerica's family, none of that brings her back, or her girls, or the baby boy they buried just days before. Jerica is remembered as a mother who gave everything to her kids, an honor student, a violinist, taught us anything.
Her daughter
It's
is
that
so
the warning
pretty. Rest in
signs
peace,
are
his
often
beautiful mother, her
louder than we
beautiful
want
daughter.
to admit.
As a parent,
And somebody picking up that phone has to actually listen.
They ain't deserve to lose their life with them whatsoever. I had to go to the song. Illuminati 2. Thank you for dropping this song. I really needed this song, so thank you for dropping.
Makeup we start just like a windmill. Say you can't trust, but you want us. Anxiety, mixed emotions inside of me. Maybe I'm hard to love, but we just too scarred to love. Maybe we reached our peak, now we losing a part of us. I know the feeling just ain't me. We lost the spark that once started us. I don't know what's left to do. Don't have much left. I did that? How could you play in my face? All alone you was planning your get back. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't with that. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't with that. To heal, you need to find your peace. Forget how we feel. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. Hey. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. How did we get here? Make up, we start just like a windmill. Say you can't trust, but you want us. Causing anxiety, mixed emotions inside of me. Maybe I'm hard to love, but we just too scarred to love. Maybe we reached our peak, now we losing a part of us. I know the feeling just ain't me. We lost the spark that once started us. I don't know what's left to do. Don't have much left to choose. Time got us so confused. Giving up don't mean we lose. Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face? All alone you was planning your get back. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't with that. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't with that. To heal, you need to find your peace. Forget how we feel. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. How did we get here? Make up, we start just like a windmill. Say you can't trust, but you want us. Causing anxiety, mixed emotions inside of me. Maybe I'm hard to love, but we just too smart to love. Maybe we reached our peak, now we losing a part of us. I know the feeling just ain't me. We lost the spark that once started us. I don't know what's left to do. Don't have much left to choose. Time got us so confused. Giving up don't mean we lose. Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face? All alone you was planning your game.